Are we live? It's always like extremely delayed on my end, so I can't tell.
Yeah, we'll be live soon.
I think we're live.
Oh, we're live. Okay.
Oh, we're like live, bro.
Are we? It doesn't show anything on my screen.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah, I don't see it yet, but
We're live.
Let me refresh.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're live. Good call. All right, welcome to the Quick Slants Football Show, Week 2 edition, Season 2, Week 2. How you guys doing?
Season 2. Should we do introductions? Because I actually upgrade the quality of the show, boys.
Yeah. Let's do the introductions. I am your host, Ryan, and up to my left, we got Ben.
And then?
I waved.
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for like an audio cue.
No,
Then you got Devin.
Devin, yeah, man. What's going on, boys?
All of us.
Yeah, that's us.
That is
My
us.
cats. My cat's here today, too.
Dude.
Oh, nice,
I
dude.
like it now. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's sick, man.
Man, you got some fucking holy shit.
This is
I'm trying out here, boys. I'm trying. Yeah, it's ESPN. We're not part of ESPN for the record.
We're definitely not the Ocho. But if we were on a channel, it would be the Ocho.
Yeah, I love the Ocho. No, I don't actually.
Dodgeball?
I never really watched it. You gotta have ESPN Plus, I think, right?
Is it an actual channel? I'm trolling. It was an actual channel. Okay.
The Ocho?
Yeah, the Ocho is an actual channel. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they like literally show like horseshoes, like hot dog eating
really?
comp. Yeah, I think.
That's pretty sick, actually.
Like spike ball, shit like that.
I don't know.
Horse
That's
racing.
our goal. That's our goal. Let's get on the Ocho.
That'd be sick.
The Ocho.
All right. So what's going on? You guys watch a lot of these games? You guys excited about football being back?
Yeah. Watched a bunch of them.
Yeah, I didn't watch as much as I wanted to watch with it being the first week, but I'm definitely gonna watch some extra, this weekend. I watched a lot of the big games though. I think where we start is where we got to start, and that's the Lions, the Thursday game. I'm not gonna recap every single game, but obviously we got to talk about this game. So Lions are 1-0 for the first time since 2017. I think I saw that stat.
2017.
2017, really?
That's insane, right? 2017. I don't remember what I was doing in 2017.
Yeah, who fucking knows, dog?
Who knows? Shout out Brett Davis. Go Lions. Big
Shout out
game.
Brett Davis.
Dude,
That's one of the biggest fans I know. So.
Dude, I was literally losing my mind. Ryan, you were there. Until literally it was 0-0, I didn't believe it was gonna happen. Like I thought we were gonna like fumble the snap and then they were gonna like get it and then Mahomes was gonna throw like one pass and score and we'd lose.
Yeah.
I literally thought that was coming. I'm like, it ain't over yet, boys. And everyone's like, dude, it's over. I'm like, nope, it ain't.
Yeah. I saw some memes where it would be like the game was over and they're like wrapping it up and the guy's like, hold on. like it's all over. They're like, shaking hands and he's like, you can't celebrate yet. And it's interesting because, you kind of always assume something's going to go wrong with the Lions.
Like we'd be the first team to lose a game because we got a penalty for like excessive celebration.
Yeah, we storm the field or something.
Yeah, and they like throw a flag and they award a play to them.
Oh, yeah. That's very true.
We got the job done, boys. We're week 2 now. The Lions are 1-0.
Yeah, 100%. I do have a story that I kind of want to touch on. I think it's kind of funny and just shows how passionate you are, Devin, because we were in Discord, talking to each other during the game, and during the third quarter, I had stepped away to put my daughter to sleep, but I left my headset, not my you weren't coming through my computer, you were just coming through my headset, and I was about 25 feet away, in this room, and my kid who I was putting to sleep could hear you screaming in the headset, like through the headset of either excitement or anger or I know the tripping call. I forgot who it was on, but I know the tripping call like sent you off, and I remember that moment. I came over to see what was going on because you were kind of yelling, and my kid was like,
For the record, that tripping call was no, I wasn't. I was so heated. For the tripping call, for anybody that doesn't know, it was I forgot who it was. Monty, right? He was in the backfield and he was coming up. David Montgomery, the running back, he was coming up to pass block, and a linebacker was like barreling. I think it was what's his name, starts to be Bolton or something like that. comes barreling through, pancakes my man. As he's falling over, he like trips somebody. And they're like, the flag. Like, how is that tripping? He's flipping over right now.
Yeah, he's
on his
pushed
back.
into someone.
His legs are in the air, and you're gonna call him for tripping? I don't know. It was weak.
Hey man, we won the game, right?
The passion was there. You are right. I was
I
into it. Ben, what was your thoughts on the game?
My thoughts is that the Lions were going to lose that game the whole time.
At halftime, I did place a bet on the Lions because I had a feeling that they were going to win that game. But at halftime, I could definitely see it felt like the little things were going the Chiefs' way.
20 to 14. Is that what it was?
I think it was 14-7, and then it's 14-14.
Yeah, and then they scored.
They scored 2 field goals.
They scored 2 field goals, and then we scored a touchdown.
I turned it off and went to bed.
After
they scored 2 field goals?
It was 20 to
6-point game.
Yeah, I know.
That was the problem, bro.
That's the thing. I'm telling you. That's what the Lions do. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Every single time. They lost that game. You know what I mean? Like, they don't come back from that. They don't win that game.
Yeah. I will say, I think the interception by Brian Branch at the start of halftime, even knowing that was just catching us like back up, that was big, bro. Down 14-7. They're getting the ball at halftime. That game can get out of hand real quick, and Branch made a huge play.
I mean, ultimately,
we should say, what's his name made a huge play for us, but
that was the other thing about it.
Darius
Toney, if he would have caught like 2 of those passes, a lot of those were like really big third downs. Like,
I would say I could name 3 third downs that
would have put him away. Like we would have lost. Like
yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, we definitely.
Everybody's hyping the Lions, man. I know it's the Chiefs, and like we beat them. It's the NFL. Like I get it, like 100%. But still, man, I don't know. I don't trust Jared Goff. When he plays slow. He's really slow. He throws slow. He's got a cannon. He's pretty accurate. And he gets it done.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think he played good. At the one drive, we kind of drove down the field, and they had like the fumbled snap, like with the center kind of snapped it as I think it was a tight end was coming across. That was bad. And then like a couple plays later, they run that play to Marvin Jones, makes a nice play, and then he fumbles. We're like in the red zone. I mean, when we were driving like super easily that drive. So I could definitely see us, scoring there but like you said, it's football. Stuff happens, I don't know how Marvin Jones is on the team, but it is what it is.
Oh my God. But like also like they had basically gone off sides on every single offensive snap the whole game up until they were up 20-14, and it was just like every single time he was a foot and a half behind the guard.
Yeah, it was tough to
take it a quick step. That every time like he was catching the defensive end, like Hawk couldn't get past him because he couldn't run fast enough. That the guy was just like, "Hey, I'm already here. What's up? Hey, caught you."
Yeah, and apparently he does it a lot, right?
The whole game. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think about like? I think my biggest takeaway personally was like, so the Detroit Lions, right? We're all Lions fans here. We all know the history. I feel like this was like probably the earliest in a season that half of our rookies literally made contributions. Like literally our first 4 or 5 picks that all played significant snaps, and you could argue made plays.
Jack Campbell had that fucking crazy diving reach back swat.
Yeah, I know. I saw a lot of people on Twitter kind of hating on him and saying he played slow, and like Jahmyr Gibbs, he broke 7 tackles on the limited amount he played. They talked about kind of wanting to.
I think it was 9 broken tackles on 6 rushes. Maybe 6 plays. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw something that he's on pace for like 210 broken tackles, and Josh Jacobs had like 192 last year or something.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys think he played more? You think they're just trying to ease him in?
Yeah, I think it's like a poker game a little bit. You don't want to like show all your formations and plays with them, and I think Campbell talked about it. They wanted to get him into this is the NFL, bud. You know what I'm saying? And you have Montgomery. I know people
that's what I think.
don't necessarily like him as much, but he's a solid pass blocker. He can catch, he can run, he knows the system. I mean, they're gonna alternate between Gibbs and Montgomery for sure.
And you're not gonna pound Gibbs like you're gonna pound Montgomery. You're gonna use Montgomery
and you needed to pound the Chiefs.
A first or a second contract running back that is a power back. Guess what? He's gonna run dive and power on first and second down, and sometimes homeboy will come in on second down. You know what I mean? And they might run the ball, but they'll also pass out of it.
Yeah.
Over time, he'll probably take over some snap time percentage, but I think that rushing, he's probably gonna run like 12 to 15 times a game. Like
seems about right. It reminds me of like the Kamara Ingram days. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Exactly. That'd be great.
That's what you want, though. That's what you want.
Shout out Tony Larson. Go Lions, baby. 1-0.
Tony. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's I was happy with the game, but I know it's kind of like the bro thinks he's on the team kind of meme, but I mean, we're on to Seattle, bro. I celebrated for like an hour, and then I immediately was like, it's a long season, dog.
Got back on the tape.
Yep. Started watching some film, and let's go week 2, baby.
Yeah. They got smoked, so we'll see how they come out.
Seattle?
Bad, and I think that we can really do some damage to them.
You guys are talking about Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who'd they play week 1?
The Rams.
Rams.
Matt Stafford. Torched them with Puka Nacua.
Dude.
And that guy's a superstar now, huh?
Well,
Puka Nacua is really fucking good, okay?
Where'd he go to college? Anybody know?
I know.
Yes.
I could check, though.
Wait.
How do you spell his name? Oh, I found him.
Oh.
BYU.
Damn it. Yes.
Oh, I didn't give it, yeah.
He went to BYU.
But yeah, well, that'll be a good game for sure. They had that huge shootout. It was like 90 plus points last year between the two, I think. Or is that right? The two, they had a huge game last year, us in Seattle, where it was like a huge high scoring game. So it'll be cool to like see. No, it was like early season, mid season. I remember it was a pretty high scoring affair. I can't remember exactly.
Through 16 for 26, 112 yards and a touchdown.
Last week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was like, not the game I'm talking about.
You're talking about. Yeah,
no,
I know here real quick. Yeah, so it was a October 2nd, 48-45 win for the Seahawks. Geno Smith, 322 touchdown. Rashad Penny ran all over us. Lions side of the ball. Jared Goff played really well. 378, 4 touchdowns.
I think that was at Ford Field, right?
It was at Ford Field. You are correct. Yeah, lose that game to go 1-3. Detroit Lions scored 22 points in the fourth quarter. Crazy, bro.
Yeah, that sucked too because they ended up making the playoffs instead of us.
Yeah, that was the game.
Yeah, for sure. Then we needed the Rams to win, right? And then they lost.
Yeah, old Baker.
Yeah. That was like the last week of I don't know. I don't fault them, bro. Control your own destiny, bro. This is our year.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
For sure, yeah.
I think this is our year. We just got to win the division. But we'll talk about it. Excuse me. We'll talk about it. There were some surprising plays in the NFC North for sure.
Yeah. So I guess the next point I kind of want to touch on this. I mean, I don't think we can get through this week without kind of touching on the injuries that happened. I'd say there's 2 big injuries, especially from
one big one.
Fantasy football, offensive player, just team. You know, we could start with Aaron Rodgers out for the year, torn Achilles. I mean, that one's brutal, obviously, especially with them being on Hard Knocks. I didn't watch much of Hard Knocks this year, but I know like the whole city was kind of behind him. I kind of wanted to see him do well this year. I'm not a huge Aaron Rodgers guy, but it would have been cool to just kind of follow that story. And then Dobbins, J.K. Dobbins for the Ravens, out for the year with the same injury. Brutal. It's a bad injury too. It's really hard to come back for him. Even when you have a full year, it's tough. So
That was so funny, bro. I know you guys are delayed, but I was Ryan's cam and I panned over to Ben and he's looking down, just shaking his head, and then I went back.
I could see it, yeah, on the delay.
Oh, that's so funny, bro.
Oh, Dobbins, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then
Dude, that's so funny.
That's kind of as of like, note just for like offensive players, fantasy football people, is Deontay Johnson. I like him a lot, and he's out for a while too. He had a really bad hamstring injury.
Yeah, I think they
I watched it. He got
it's only
hurt.
4 or 5 weeks, right? I think I read.
Yeah, it's not going to be the whole season or anything, but that's if you watch him, he looked like he was in a ton of pain, and I like him, so it's kind of a bummer.
Real quick, on the Aaron Rodgers injury, did you guys see the slow-mo zoom in? You can literally see his calf like wiggle when his Achilles snapped, bro.
It like shoots up. It's like a rubber band.
Bro, literally, like you could see his calf muscle, like you could tell that it broke.
Yeah, it was disgusting, and I watched it more than once, which was a mistake.
I saw a video that was on like a loop, so it was just playing and playing. It was like a 5-second video, just over and over, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's brutal. Have you guys had any personal injuries? Ben, have you ever been injured, like a sports injury or any injury that's like as of like any note? Hurt yourself?
I can think of one for you, Ben.
I broke this finger.
Okay, how did you break the finger?
I was playing flag football and guy wore pockets. Which is a no-no.
Yeah, you went to go grab it. Finger caught in.
I literally caught in, and it broke right in the middle, like kind of like middle.
Ugh.
My tip. Your tip looks like kind of like a shark tooth, right?
Okay.
It broke right in the like center, like snapped it. Weird. Like my X-ray was weird. It was like my fingertip was like off.
What did they do? Did they have to like?
I had to put a pin in it. I had like a pin.
Okay.
It was just like this, and there was just a pin in it, and it just went back to about there.
Okay.
Now I had like a weird finger.
I thought you were gonna say your concussion.
I had a whole bunch of concussions, and yeah, there was a bad one.
Is that why you like Tua so much?
No.
I just relate to the guy a lot.
Yeah, no.
Pretty much the same.
Sucks.
I had one concussion as well in Ultimate Frisbee.
Oof.
So falling back, hitting my head on the grass. Actually, it was a mild one though. But yeah, and then I've broke my foot a few times. I broke it once, sprained it a bunch of times. But have you ever been injured, Devin? I don't know if you've. I don't know any injuries unless they were like when you were little.
Bro, the literally one that's ever happened to me was like you were there.
Oh, you hurt your foot, right? Or did you hurt your leg?
Nope.
What did you hurt?
We were playing at the park by where Zach lived. And we were playing 2-hand touch football. And I got a pass, and Ryan came up, and 2-hand touched me, and I fell, remember? And I thought I broke my collarbone.
Yeah.
And I immediately got up, and I was like, I gotta go to the hospital. And that was the only time in my life I've actually been in the hospital. And it wasn't broken.
2-hand touch.
Yeah, you injured me in 2-hand touch. Or it's just I'm unathletic, and I just fell over.
The ground, yeah.
Probably more realistic.
Yeah.
But that's probably the only time I've ever actually gotten hurt. And I played offensive line and shit growing up.
Yeah.
What did they say was wrong when you went to the hospital?
I just bruised my shoulder.
Oh, okay, bruised shoulder. Yeah, I've seen that on Madden.
Yeah, it was it sucked, and they put me in a sling. But yeah, I milked that shit, bro. I milked that out. I wore that thing for 6 months. Mom be like, you gotta bring in groceries. I'm like, Mom, my shoulder.
You're really playing Xbox?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, we can go forward. Yeah, so I guess this question, these two questions are kind of going to go together, but what was your biggest surprise of the first week? I don't know if you could pull up maybe the scores just to kind of maybe jumpstart your guys' minds, but what was your biggest surprise? Maybe it could be a player, it could be a score, maybe just the way a team overall played. I don't know, what do you I can kind of give mine first, because you guys know prior to the games I was kind of thinking the Steelers were actually going to be pretty good this year, and I kind of called that. I thought that game with the 49ers could maybe be an upset.
Yeah, I feel like in the last episode you were talking about how good Pickett pickings.
Yeah, they had really good preseasons and they looked great. And now, I think you even said during the last episode, Ben, it's just the preseason. Settle the fuck down. And
it's tough. I mean, that game.
They played their starters in the third game, full starters against the backups on the other team.
Yeah,
and they looked really good. It's like
they looked good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was against the best team in the league and one of the best teams in the league. So I guess we'll see next week. But that was kind of sad. I was bummed because I wanted to see more from Pittsburgh and they just looked like crap. And I need to say
Hayward
something.
is out.
Yeah, their team's kind of they're getting hurt too. But I was wrong. I want to apologize to Brock Purdy. He's good, man. I don't know what to say. I like Brock Purdy, man. I'm rooting for the guy.
He's just
I'm rooting for him. Dude, he's Mr. Irrelevant. Why am I rooting against this guy? Just because I liked Trey Lance? Nah, man. I'm a Brock Purdy fan. Brock Purdy has 1,000 fans. I'm one of them. 10 fans, I'm one. If he has one fan, I'm one of them. Let's go.
Wow. And doesn't he wear like 13 too?
Yeah, he's a dog.
Nobody wears 13 besides Dan Marino.
He's a dog. He doesn't even care about unlucky numbers, dude.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like if you were good, you wouldn't pick Dan Marino's number, right? But if you were the last pick, you'd be like, "Fuck, I'll be 13. Fuck it," and then he just is the starter.
Yeah, he's like, "Which number is 13? I'll take it, dude."
I mean, it's a sick number.
Yeah. I just wanted to get that out there.
I got mine.
What's your surprise?
Yeah, I got mine dialed up here, and I'll swap over. Cowboys taking the Giants out 40-0, bro.
Yeah, they took them out back, dude.
That was
them down.
An ass whooping, bro. I've never seen a team look as bad as the Giants looked that opening day. That was brutal, bro. So, but props to the Cowboys.
Cowboys defense was so fast.
Yeah.
And the linemen would just be through. Offensive linemen would be like on their back foot catching everybody. Like Daniel Jones would have to scramble immediately. Like they couldn't do shit.
I don't know what they were like. What did they expect was going to happen? Like you think they would be more prepared for this? It's not like I don't know.
But it's not an expectation. It's like human beings. It's like the guys on the Giants are like professional athletes. These guys can come with the same intensity, and those offensive linemen can push back. You know, they could pop those guys quick and slow that down. But they like never did, and like.
It's like they were like down. What it was like early. Yeah, it was. I'm looking right here. It was 16 points in the first quarter, and then 10, and then it was 26-0 at half.
Wasn't it like a blocked field goal touchdown and then like a pick six? Yeah,
they blocked a field goal. They fucking it was bad, bro. I thought personally they should have pulled Danny Jones like way
30 points. When it was 30 points to 0, yeah, you pull.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't.
In the third, yeah. When it was
I don't think that in the fourth quarter he should have touched the ball. I don't even know.
Yeah, I saw
why is he in there?
I saw somebody, was it Micah Parsons? He went on an interview and he like straight up said that too. He was like, yeah, that they did him dirty kind of thing.
Because I think they put like backup. He said that. Yeah, I watched that too. Like they put in backup offensive linemen.
Yeah, but then left him in. They were like, yeah, good luck, buddy.
Yeah,
they just signed a huge
Tyrod Taylor, like throw Tyrod in there, man.
Yeah, maybe Tyrod scores a touchdown. Fuck it.
Right.
Yeah, anybody, bro.
Couldn't have been worse than what was going on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I'm a Cowboys fan, and I didn't even watch the whole game because it was just boring.
I mean, the Giants defense is good. The Cowboys offense played pretty well. Pollard had a great game. I mean,
Pollard looked good. Well. Dak played good enough. Didn't really have to do too much, which I mean.
Is ideal.
He wasn't trying to do too much though, which is good. You know, he just kind of was like, "Hey, man."
Because then, like, when he does pop off, like, it'll be worth it. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sure. Ben, you got a game dialed up?
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I simply don't understand what happened.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you lose to Baker Mayfield. I mean, Tampa Bay's defense is pretty good, but like,
it's Baker Mayfield, bro. Also, Mike Evans.
Yeah, it's also Kirk Cousins. He had like what? Well, give me the stats now.
I have it here. He was 33 for 44, 344 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick.
Yeah, and 2 fumbles lost. He had 3 turnovers.
Yikes.
My man Kirk Cousins is very reliable in fantasy because he's going to throw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. The only problem with him is that he might throw a couple picks, and he also might fumble a lot.
Yeah. he's always been a fumbler. Tony Romo was like that too.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because he's like fighting against it and he doesn't go down. I don't know. I watched a lot of Minnesota games. I didn't watch that game. Play. I just, I didn't expect them to lose at all. Like, I just don't get it. Their team is very, very, very good.
Right.
And then there's Baker Mayfield. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Do you guys, I don't know.
Play well, 173 and 2 touchdowns.
Do you subscribe to a Baker Mayfield? If the Bucs were good this year, would you subscribe to a Baker Mayfield resurgence? Would you be hyped for that?
I mean, yeah, for the guy,
Baker, right? We all want Baker to succeed.
Yeah, I don't mind the guy.
You figure there's only 32 starters, So if you can do it, and he got the job,
Who's this Rashad White guy? He ran for
Rashad White.
He ran for 17 carries for 39 yards, bro. What's that average out to? Anybody got the math on that?
Good. Write down the name Sean Tucker, because I think he is their backup, and he'll be playing shortly. Because that guy, I have him in my I have two dynasty leagues, and the other one I have him. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good, but
I think the moral of the story is Tampa Bay could Trent Dilfer themselves into a good position.
Right. Good.
I want to have a good running game, though. If you're not going to rely on Baker, you better have a good running back.
Baker's had some good coaches. He was just at the Rams. Like, he probably sat in a QB room that was really good.
Yeah, very knowledgeable.
And he's probably learned quite a bit. He's been in the league for a long time. So, like, even if, like, he can't make huge Josh Allen-type punt passes, like, he can still get the job done, and their defense is really good. So, like, it's the NFL. That's all it takes. Honestly, I mean, they won the game 20-17 against one of the best offenses in the entire league. One of the best players in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they played really well. I watched actually some of that game.
Yeah.
And they didn't look terrible. Like, I watched a couple of the drives. And then Minnesota just looks like it's like JJ or bust half the time. Which sucks. Because that's not how you want to run your team.
No.
No. I mean, we know Calvin Johnson. We live that life.
Addison scored the touchdown, but yeah, Justin Jefferson. But that's why Kirk throws picks. That's why Kirk fumbles.
Because he forces the ball to this receiver.
He'll force the ball, but he also hold on to the ball for him to get open. He doesn't throw the ball away because he's had 2 receivers for a long time, and he still kind of has 2 receivers. Hawk had a lot of receptions though.
Yeah, no, the offense looked good. I'm surprised they didn't score more points.
Why they paid him though? Because they know that that's a safety valve, like a big safety valve.
And they don't really still have a third receiver. I mean, they don't.
They don't.
I mean, they have people
crazy.
That
How many receptions total did their running backs have? I feel like they don't use their running backs like that much.
Madison had 3. Ty Chandler had 1.
So yeah, kind of what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they don't really use their running backs like how a lot of other people use them as well. So you need a good tight end and someone like Hawkinson.
They only ran the ball 11 times with the running back. Ty Chandler ran 3 for 0 yards. But Alexander Madison ran for 34 yards. Kirk Cousins threw 44 times. You don't win.
44.
You don't. They let Delvin Cook walk because they didn't want to pay him. And Alexander Madison, they thought would do it, but they didn't give it to him.
Yeah. I mean, we'll give them another week and see exactly how that works and see if they try to run the ball more. I was thinking maybe they got down early. They weren't really down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the game, it was definitely in their script. They could have ran the ball in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have ran the ball.
Reminds me of me and Madden. I'm like, dude, why am I not running the ball after I throw 2 picks and fumble?
It's the truth.
Man, I need to run the ball.
It draws in the defense. It wears on the defensive line.
Opens them up
on the pass rush. It really does actually do a thing. You'll talk to running backs and stuff, and they'll tell you it's just about beating them up on the other side. Like, they know that they run for
them down
1 yard, but they're just gonna keep doing it. It's almost like they're fucking boxers for the team.
Yeah. And to add to your point, I was talking to a guy at work that's he's getting into football a little bit, and I've been talking to him a little bit more about strategy, like base concepts, and for anybody new kind of tuning into football, the run really establishes, because when you're running the ball, every single person on the defense starts cheating up. The lineman's going to play a little bit up. The corner's going to play up. The safeties in the back, they're all going to start playing up because they're sick and tired of getting pounded on the run. And you know what you do when they run up? You either run a play action, which you fake handoff, pull it, and then throw it, or you just run a play that runs past everybody. And you saw that in a game, which I think, Ryan, you plan on talking about, in a game like the Chargers versus the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's actually our next topic. So, what a great game. Yeah, we can actually get into that. So, Miami wins this game 36-34. Shout out Ben, Miami believer. I thought the Chargers were going to win this game, but I always think the Chargers are going to win every game, and they always let me down. But I think the biggest thing, I mean, I'm going to touch on this stat line because this is just crazy, and then we can talk about some of these stats afterwards. But Tua had 466 yards passing, which is insane. 3 touchdowns, an interception. Tyreek went 11 for 215 and 2 touchdowns. And then on the other side, Herbert, 229 yards, had a passing TD, had a rushing TD, no interceptions. But I think the biggest thing is Chargers had 233 yards rushing, which is crazy.
Really
Eckler
crazy.
had 117 yards rushing. Joshua Kelly had 91. That's just crazy to me. It kind of reminds me of there's a Lions game last year at the end of the year. We needed to win, I think, against the Panthers, and they just had 300 yards rushing on us or something. Couldn't stop it. What do you guys think? Do you think Miami won that game, or do you think the Chargers lost that game? What do you think, Devin?
Realistically, like you said, I really think the Chargers did kind of what we were talking about with Herbert. You have that. You ran the ball really well, but you needed to figure out how to throw a little bit more. I think if I pull up the stats here, I think I had it. Team stats. Third downs here. I'll switch over. Chargers were 9 for 15. 15 third down attempts. They got 9. You had 15.
That means you're just not making that. You have no big plays.
You convert a couple more of those big plays or those third downs, and you probably get 3 points somewhere.
I don't know, man. You can't blame the offense. You can't score 34 points.
Yeah,
and you blame the offense. I mean, Justin Herbert didn't turn it over. He had 2 scores. They ran the ball efficiently and passed the ball efficiently. They scored 34 points. Their defense sucked. You can see exactly why they signed Jalen Ramsey. Too bad he can't play. I don't know. Is he hurt? He's hurt, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually sure I know J.C. Jackson through, but
I mean, like I said, it was the defense. I'll give you guys that. But the third down conversions, and they had 70 yards of penalties.
Do you have their fourth down conversions?
It could be
0 for 1.
You're gonna get that
1 for 1. They did have a big fourth down. I think that was early in the fourth. Miami had a big fourth down conversion.
I like Miami.
Fumbled, lost it, and had an interception. They had 2 turnovers. Man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's tough. Yeah, I think it's kind of a mix of both.
That's why I was going to say you can't necessarily 100% blame the defense because they got 2 turnovers. I don't know.
But I would say that more like the Dolphins won that game and the Chargers lost that game.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but...
I lean more on the side of the Dolphins. They earned it. They played well. Tua and Tyreek just carried.
Yeah.
And Tua especially. 400 yards, 466. I mean...
That's he needs to look at Waddle a little more because it's my fantasy team. But that's 466 is crazy. I can't even remember the last. I mean, obviously we see that every year here and there. And Tua had some games like this last year, and I think Tua is better than I think he is. If that makes sense, he just hasn't been healthy.
I feel like the concussions really kind of hurt that, but I know what you mean overall.
I feel like I slept on. I think when I think of Tua, I think of a mid-range QB, and maybe he's more of maybe not an elite, but definitely in the top third of the league. You know what I mean? Maybe he should be
like a Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, or even I don't know, this. I mean, I think I don't know if right now if you're starting a franchise and you have to start your team with Tua or Herbert, you're taking Herbert.
I'm taking Tua all day.
There you go. And I think most people would take Herbert, but look at this game, bro.
But you can Herbert's got to start winning some games, bro. He's got to start taking a little bit more control.
No, he doesn't. He does not have better weapons.
No, he. Oh wait, no, I'm saying he needs to take more control.
You don't think Tua has better weapons? You don't think Jalen Waddle and Tyreek are
Austin
better
Eckler
than...
is a better running back and receiver.
For sure, running back wise,
and
definitely.
He had 4 receptions for 47 yards. He was the number 2 receiver. They have Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. Who else? Didn't they get like a young guy too? They have Gerald Everett. That's
Quentin Johnson, or whatever
Johnson,
his name is. Yeah, he should hopefully be good this year. Yeah, I mean, I think Tyreek and Waddle are probably better than all their receivers. Both of them. I think both of those guys are better than all 3 of the other guys, but maybe not like prime Keenan. I love Keenan Allen, so it's hard to say. But
holding on to the corpse of him, he's still doing shit.
Yeah, it's 6 receptions, 76 yards. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you scored points for me, bro. I scored the most points in fantasy.
Let's talk about something. Let's talk about something.
Did all right.
We're gonna pause what we're talking about. If you look at our dynasty league that we're all 3 in together, I believe you were the highest scorer this week, right?
Yeah, I was the highest scorer. I had 170 or something, right?
And I believe I was second, and then third was my opponent this week, which was Ben. All 3 of us, man.
Literally the top 3 scorers in our league.
Top 3 scorers in our league. Yep, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here talking football.
Yeah, that is actually kind of crazy when you think about it.
Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
I thought that was Ben, but
it does.
Yeah, really unlucky for Ben, and J.K. Dobbins did get hurt in the middle of the game, and I think I won by like 10.
Them, but still,
Really, I planted my flag last week. I was like, J.K. Dobbins is gonna have a great year, and then he fucking got hurt again. And he scored too. I was like, "Yo, Ben, let's go!"
I know.
Yeah.
I said something too, like, "Yeah, he might be back or something."
Yeah, and it's like, immediately just gone.
Yeah. Do you guys think? Before I'm gonna kind of wrap up this Miami Chargers thing. Do you guys think their coach? I've heard like he's on the hot seat. Do you guys think he is on the hot seat? Their coach. Kind of got all this talent. He's got one of the best for the Chargers.
Oof.
Brandon Staley. Do you guys think he is?
Yeah.
I saw been, 4 years, 3 years now.
Highest odds to be their first coach fired this year.
I'd say I mean, they have a lot of talent.
I like that odds. I can see him getting fired.
It sucks when you do have all that talent because you're expected to win. You know what I mean? It's not like
it's not that like San Francisco's got a ton of talent, but they put it together.
Yeah, it's like he's expected to win with the talent. He got a lot of these pieces when he got there, like they were already in place. Now it's like
if you had less talent, would you win? You know what I'm saying? I guess
right. And could we bring in? It's like it's kind of a basketball one. Remember the coach before Steve Kerr? What was the guy's name? He's like an analyst now, but he like went to the playoffs with with Golden State, and they had like a really good year. And then they were like, "Yeah, but you didn't get it all the way." And then they brought in Steve Kerr, and then they had the dynasty, or quote unquote dynasty. It's like sometimes you need a new coach to just get you over the hump. I don't know. Maybe
change it enough. You have to take that talent and know what to do with it and how to treat it correctly so that it produces for you. That's
right. Yeah, I could see him on the hot seat. I do like him. I think he's a good coach, but if you can't win, you can't win. So there's a game on Thursday tomorrow with the Vikings and the Eagles. It's gonna be our one preview game this week. Probably won't always do the Thursday game, but this Thursday game is like one of the best games of the week. So I think it's tomorrow. So it's a good game to kind of talk about. The Eagles are favored by 6. So Eagles -6, and then the over-under is 49 points, which is a decent amount of points. I'll tell you this, I bet the over-under on a couple games this weekend. I suck at betting the overs and the unders. And, I feel like I can usually pick the team right, and I can usually, bet the spread well. But I'll try to parlay the spread with the over-under, because you can, if you parlay those things and you get them right, just those 2 things, you can usually make some good money. Dude, I can't tell you how many of those bets I've made, and I'll get the spread right, the team right, and then I will pick the wrong side of the over under.
Yeah, I know what you mean. What would you say the over under was for this Eagles Vikings?
49 points.
Yes,
they played last year, week 2. I think this is interesting. So they played week 2 last year. They're playing week 2 this year. They played on a Monday night game. This is a Thursday night game. Eagles won 24-7 on a Monday night football game. I don't know if you remember this game. Pretty sure Justin Jefferson had like one catch or something, or no catches or something crazy.
Slay lock him down, huh?
Slay was on him. Yep.
Big Daddy Slay.
And yeah, that game was insane. I remember it being like a snooze fest last year. I remember watching it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. What do you guys think about this game? Do you guys like the Eagles to just kind of smash in this? You think the Vikings are going to bounce back? What do you guys think?
I think I'm going to interrupt you.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
you're kind of right about his stats against the Eagles last year. He had 6 receptions for 48 yards. I think But I think what you're remembering is the week after when he played the Lions.
Ooh.
And he had 3 receptions for 14 yards.
Ooh.
And no touchdowns. Boom.
The Lions showing up, dude.
Let's go. He was projected 22.98 points, and he got 4.4.
Yeah, did we win?
I have no clue.
We probably lost. I don't remember. No, we won.
Did we sweep them last year?
Dude. Sorry, I'm out of this year. I kind of forgot.
Oh, yeah, no, I respect that.
Championship year, you know.
I'm out of next year.
But real Ben, to kind of answer your question, Ryan. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like the Eagles here. I know that's like the kind of obvious pick here. Eagles being favored by 6. I really like the Eagles. They're playing at home here. I think they get it done again. Jalen Hurts had an all right week last week, but I don't think he had like that crazy of a week. But I think this was the week that he kind of shows up a little bit here. Also, too, Kenneth Gainwell, huh?
Yeah, he's hurt, which sucks.
So that was kind of. They said he's not going to play. I think he's
really.
Out. I think they called it today. He's not playing.
So we might see some Swift, or maybe they'll play. I know Rashad Penny was a healthy scratch, so that'll be interesting to see.
Swift was MIA that game, bro. Week 1, huh?
He literally was. I watched that game. All I saw him do was drop the ball once. That was what I saw. It was like on like a little slant or maybe like a drag.
Crazy, because they gave up a little bit to get him, right? I forgot what that trade was.
I think it was like a 4th round pick, maybe.
You can see what that turned into. What did we draft? I don't even know, but yeah, I don't know. I think the Eagles get it done though. I think it's probably a close game. I'm gonna say like something like 24-21, 24-20, something like that.
So you don't think the Eagles cover? You think the Vikings?
No, I don't. I would bet the Vikings getting plus 6.
Yeah,
the Vikings can't run the ball. They're gonna have
plus 6 points in the NFL is a lot. It's starting to creep into a lot of points given.
Big play Slay has played Kirk Cousins for a long time.
You ain't wrong on that one, brother.
Time.
Yeah.
And that defensive line that they have is sheesh. Good luck.
How do you think they win the ball game, the Vikings? Like, do you think they need to run the ball and they need to be successful? Or you think it's going to take some maybe some a score on defense? Do you think they're going to just? I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to win with JJ. I don't think they're just going to be able to,
No, they're not going to just
down.
No,
I don't think they're going to be able to win that way. I think if they win, it's going to have to be off the back of their defense and maybe getting their running game going. But it's going to be hard against the line.
You have to be able to win at more than one side of the ball, whether that be special teams. That's the obvious answer, but you either have to win the special teams battle and the defensive battle. Offense and the defense, whatever it is, whatever combo, you got to win 2 of the 3, man.
Yeah.
And I think they could do it if they, I feel like it's kind of what you said. I feel like if they really establish the run, I think it will chew the clock. And I think naturally the Vikings defense won't have to do too much to slow the Eagles. So that would be kind of my answer. Run the ball to help your defense.
Yeah. Ben, what do you think? Do you think what do you think they need to do here to even have a chance to win this game? I'm assuming you'd pick the Eagles, but
yeah, I'd pick the Eagles, but the Vikings would have to run the ball because, like I said, you have to wear down the defensive line so that you can pass the ball, right?
Yeah.
So that there's not a pass rush, so that the defensive backs and linebackers step up, so they play more press. So they're trying to jump the run, so you can run play action. that's like a huge,
Yeah.
gigantic part of football.
Yeah, and
So
like
if you
what
run
you
the ball 11
yeah.
times and throw 44, it's like, well, they're gonna allow that 11 runs because they're just gonna cover it and they'll be fine, you know.
Yeah. Do you guys watch any of the Eagles game? Because they actually didn't look great against the Patriots. Their defense looked good, but I didn't think they looked that good. Honestly,
I thought
they
people
had like
thought
a
Pats are gonna
they
get
had
mollywopped.
picks. Yeah, they had a pick six. Like I don't think their offense looked great, I guess, but I don't know if that's maybe the Patriots defense was just really good. I mean, they always have like a good defense, obviously. It was kind of weird to me. I thought, yeah, like you said, I think going into that game, I thought the Eagles were kind of just gonna smoke them and maybe like run up, a bunch of points like they generally do.
Yeah.
But it didn't really turn out that way. So I guess we'll see. What do you guys got for your MVP? I want to do this every week for the game preview. Who do you got for your MVP of the game? Could be any player. I mean, you could pick an offensive, defensive. Who's your MVP of the game?
I feel like it's hard to like give it to a receiver.
Yeah.
Because like usually that means like the quarterback popped. But I'm actually
this two receivers you could give it to because they're probably two of the best receivers in the league. So
yeah, so I'm gonna actually go out on a different limb here. I'm gonna say Devontae Smith, bro.
Okay.
I can see him getting
really
like 130 yards type game, just slicing the Vikings. From what little bit, I don't do a ton of research on the Vikings, but they run a lot of cover 3. That's kind of their go-to, and in the cover 3, those seams are wide open. And you know who's a great seam runner? Devontae Smith. So I really think they're going to abuse that. Vikings are going to really have to make some adjustments to stop it, and I think between the threat of AJ Brown and you have Devontae Smith, that's tough to guard.
Okay. I actually like that pick. He looked really good in that. It was a kind of a rainy game, but I think he had a touchdown against the Pats, and it was like a really cool catch.
Yeah, 10 targets, 7 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Smith.
Yep. Ben, who's your MVP?
Kirk Cousins.
I don't think they're gonna win, bro.
Wow.
Kirk Cousins. Sorry.
Kirk Cousins is always the answer.
I don't think that the Vikings are going to go 1-1.
Doesn't he suck in prime time? Isn't that the meme? Like he sucks in prime time.
It's a Brett Davis was primetime Kirk Cousins. LOL. That's why he said
that.
You like that?
Yeah. You like
That's
that?
what I'm saying. Exactly. Yeah.
Ben likes that apparently.
Ben loves it.
I don't see them going 0-2. I just don't. And I think that the Eagles offense, like you said, wasn't that great. And I think that maybe I still would like, if I was a betting man, I'd probably like take the Eagles like on points or some shit. But
yeah,
I'd also kind of expect Kirk Cousins to blow up 400 yards, 3 touchdowns kind of thing.
They need it. No picks. That's the big thing. Like you said, if he makes those mistakes, they're going to lose the game. Which I mean, that's pretty obvious. That's the Collinsworth take. But
who do you got, Ryan?
Yeah, so it's hard. I really want to go with Jefferson. I think that's an obvious one, but like you said, kind of weird to pick a receiver. But I think Jefferson kind of gets his revenge against that team. Kind of not as bad as a game that I thought he had. I don't know, maybe just in his standards, he did have 184 yards and 2 touchdowns the first week of last year. And then he had what would you say, Ben, like 48 yards?
Like the next week after?
The next week, yeah. And
then
6 catches or something.
Week, yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna kind of get his revenge, and I think he plays really good this game. I'm gonna, if I had to go with someone, I think if the Vikings have any shot to win, they are gonna have to get him super involved. And I would love to pick a running back, but I'm sure you guys agree. I don't think there's a running back in this matchup that I really want to start in fantasy, or that I think.
Eagles running back this week?
DeAndre Swift or Rashad Penny.
Yes,
even plays.
Swifty. I am starting him. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll probably be one of those two. Probably a combo, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
You got Madison on the other side with the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, I have Madison in my fantasy team, and I just put him on the bench, so I'm playing like 5 receivers in our league. Like that's the Devin lineup.
You have a whole bunch of running backs. I don't get it.
Yeah, dude, but none of them are good, man. I have like Christian McCaffrey, and then I have like just like a kind of mix mash, like Dalvin Cook and Madison and Miles Sanders. It's like, okay,
they play, but they're not like.
Miles Sanders had a good week.
He had a lot of yards.
Then he plays them, and then he has a terrible week.
Yeah, trust me.
I mean,
Miles Sanders had a good year last year.
I was gonna say I rode him last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got to the championship game with him, so I can't complain too much. But
true.
well, kind of already. I mean, this one is kind of a unique question. I'm kind of going to give you guys a take on this. Kind of don't talk about fantasy too much. This isn't going to be too fantasy related. But give me a player that you guys can think of, or maybe someone that might be on your team, or that you saw on someone else's team, maybe the team you're playing against. Your week 2 fantasy MVP. Like, who's going to be the Tyreek Hill of next week, or the Justin Jefferson of next week? Like, kind of like the guys who blew up this week. Is there any players you're like, man, they're poised to have a really good week just based on the matchup, or just based on the player?
Wait, so I thought you said don't base this off fantasy.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to talk a ton. I know we don't talk a ton on talk like a ton about fantasy on the show, but I do want to talk about fantasy right now. Who do you think is going to be your fantasy MVP of week 2? Like, who do you think is going to have a blow up game?
This is, for me personally, this is kind of, again, like an obvious choice, but you said like a Tyreek Hill type performance.
I'm him performance, where they're just going to like completely go off.
Yeah. So kind of going back to the same thing I said with Devontae Smith. It's hard to pick a receiver because that typically means the QB went off too. But I'm thinking it's got to be Jamar Chase or Joe Burrow. There's no way.
The Bengals in general,
they got destroyed.
They are playing the Ravens.
I don't care, bro. Dude, they got destroyed by the Browns. Joe Burrow's like, I got my haircut. I only get my haircut when we lose like games like that. He's going to ball the fuck out. Jamar Chase had 1 catch for 2 yards last week.
Yeah.
1 catch for 2 yards.
I think he's going to have it. T. Higgins had 9.
You think someone like Jamar Chase is cool with not getting targets again? Dude, no way. He's going to have like 12, 13 targets for sure.
I have T in a league, and my man had like 9 targets, no catches, 0 points.
I'm looking at the stats here. He's not even on here.
I'm like, dude, what happened,
0.
Yeah.
He had 5 catches, 39. He had 1 rush for 2. Sorry, Jamar Chase 5 catches, 39 yards.
That's not a Jamar Chase stat line though. Yeah. Ben, do you have anyone that jumps out? I do have one. If you want me to go first, mine's kind of a layup, because last year this game was insane. We talked about it. It was like 42 to 45 or something last year, the Seahawks and the Lions. I think 45. we're gonna see an Amon-Ra game. We're gonna see the 200 yards, 2 touchdown game that he does, twice a year. I think we're gonna get that game this week. Just going to be, I think it's at Ford Field again. Home opener for the Lions. The new Lions. This is what we are now. My only concern with that is the Seahawks look so bad. Maybe they can't keep up. I don't want to get cocky or anything, but I could see the Seahawks struggling to score because our defense looked pretty good. But I think Amon-Ra is going to have a great game. I think he's going to be the guy this week where we're
agree with that, Ben?
Yeah, I do. I was thinking that same kind of thing, but I don't know.
That's gonna be.
I don't trust Jared Goff. Fuck.
Jared Goff alone.
Until Hendon Hooker starts playing, I don't know if I'll ever trust it.
Another kind of sneaky person that I think might, not a sneaky person, but a sneaky player.
Very sneaky, sir.
The Colts play the Texans this week. Maybe we see like a fun Anthony Richardson game I know he kind of got banged up, but maybe like a 15 carries for 130 yards and
6 yards and 2 fumbles. The Texans defense is fucking good.
You think the Texans defense is good?
Yeah, dude. I watched a lot of that game last week. Like, they're actually.
I mean, they were in the game. I didn't expect them to be in the game, so maybe they're better than I give them credit for. But
I think that
wins that game. Just quick fire off the dome. Colts, Texans.
Texans.
Okay.
I don't
Wow.
think the Colts are very
Devin,
good.
you think the Colts, Texans? Who do you got in that game?
I'm gonna go. Honestly, I kind of agree with Ben. I know they got smoked by
Texans.
the Ravens last week. The Texans did, but I think they show up against the Colts. But the Colts played okay
I think the
against
Colts
the
are gonna
Jags.
win, man. Michael Pittman had fucking 8 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown randomly. So I'm in, dude. But yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about that one because I'm curious. I'm curious about the game because the two rookie QBs are facing off.
You see that the news that they said that Tank Dell's gonna get significantly more snaps.
Hey man,
Guess who just moved off the taxi squad?
Yeah,
my team. Dude, I picked up homeboy from the Saints too. He popped off. Rasheen Shaheed or whatever.
Shaheed.
Dude,
Did you watch that
20-something points?
Did you guys see that clip of him and Derek Carr?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna run fast or something. I don't remember what he said. He's like, you're gonna run a route and you're gonna score, and he's like, okay or something. I don't even remember what he said.
It's like, all right.
And then he did. Dude, I love football. I'm so happy football's back, man.
Oh, dude. One thing I want to say too, for anybody that is on the fence, I got Sunday ticket for the first time in my life this year, and it was awesome.
It's awesome.
It was so awesome, especially the 1:00 games, because the Lions already played.
Jealous,
it's going to be a little bit different.
I'm so jealous.
But dude, it was so cool just like picking random games.
Yeah,
no,
it's
I'm on the Commanders Cardinals game, and I'm just watching it, and then I look over and I'm like at my fantasy, and I'm like, oh wait, the Dolphins are about to score, and I switch over to the Dolphins game, and it was great. It was great.
That sounds amazing, man. I'm gonna have to try to get that next year.
Yeah, it's well, if you're around this weekend, bro, bang my line.
I'll be here, man. I'll be banging your line if you
bang my line.
Yeah, that's really all I got for you. I kind of wanted the last thing. I do have the locks of the week. Is there any game you see that you're like, man, I feel really confident about this game? I'll give you mine. I think the Bucks -2.5. I think they continue to maybe quote unquote surprise, and I think they win. And they cover the 2.5 points. This 2.5, those are nothing.
Bears are bad, man.
Yeah, I agree. I like Justin Fields, but maybe I shouldn't like him as much as I do.
You should.
Yeah, Bucks -2.5. I think we see maybe a little more Baker magic, maybe, or we just see, I don't know, somebody they find a way to win with that defense, and Fields makes some turnovers and they end up winning. I think that would be my lock of the week. I don't know if you see any games or lines here that stick out to you guys where you're like, yeah, this is easy money. I would bet this.
I don't know how accurate this is, but I'm looking here that they got the Cowboys Jets over under at 39.5. The Cowboys scored 40 points by themselves last week. I'm going to take the over on that. 39.5 in the NFL is pretty low, I think.
38. Mine's 38 what I'm looking at. So
yeah, I'm probably betting the over on that one.
I like that. Kind of mixing it up. I'm assuming you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to win that game.
Yeah, I would assume so, but I
like 9.5. Like, just curious.
Dude, the NFL's so hard. That's a lot of points in the NFL. Just based on their performance, I really don't see Zach Wilson like doing much. Yeah. I don't know.
Against that defense,
I can see them walk into a buzzsaw and Cowboys keep up the momentum. So I'd probably take Cowboys
Dallas in the under. I'll bet that, man. Let's bet that. Let's bet that together, man. This Sunday.
Yeah, that'd be a great game.
25 game. I'll watch it with you.
Ooh, I'm down for that.
Any game sticking out to you, Ben, where you're like, this is I'm betting whatever you say. So
Browns Steelers. The Browns are gonna win. My actual MVP candidate was Deshaun Watson. I think he's gonna blow up against them.
Oh man, I love that.
Get a game out of the rain.
Heavy on the Deshaun train already. It was like one game, and he was like yesterday. He was like, I don't know about Deshaun, man. This guy's good.
Welcome aboard, man. Welcome back. We're here.
He's good. He always was good. He was always good in Houston. It's just he has to like get back into it. I mean, he has
football shape and just the speed of the game and just get used to it.
But I think Steelers are pretty fucking bad.
Trying to find this game. I don't know. What time is this game?
Monday.
Yeah, it's a Monday night game.
It's a double header on Monday night.
Yeah, there's two Monday night games. Yeah,
that's gonna be sick, guys. Hope you guys are around. Yeah, they're only an hour apart too. That's fun.
There's some
good games. Are those on Nickelodeon?
Yeah, they're doing
No.
like the whole game's like a theme, right?
The Saints
Oh, it's
Panthers
a
game
toy.
is
It's a
Story.
Toy Story. It's like a Toy Story game.
They're showing all like the highlight plays. They're like live animating all the like almost like replays. And that's what you want.
That's sick, bro. That's sick. I like that though. You taking the over 38.5 seems kind of low for that game, but it is the AFC North game, which doesn't surprise me that it's a low over under. And they couldn't have picked better games to put on Monday night though.
Browns Steelers is a good game.
It's a good game. I just don't think it's like flash. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's good, but
I think for the fan bases it will be.
The over-under's 38 points. Like, but yeah, I agree. I think it'll be a good game. Saints Panthers should be a good game too. Let's be honest. Derek Carr's the
games, bro. The Falcons play. Fuck, who do they play? Damn, Packers. Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking hell of a game too, bro.
Talk about it. Jordan Love? Yes? No? What do you guys think?
Bro, too early for me to say. I know that's not our job here, but I'll tell you what. He played well. He was slinging the ball. Some of those crossbody touchdown throws he had.
He looks like not a rookie. He looks like he actually sat for 2-3 years or however many years. And he sat with Aaron Rodgers, and now he's good.
He threw some good passes, bro. I'll give him some credit on that. I mean, obviously, I hope he sucks because I'm a Lions fan, but
yeah,
I gotta give props when props due, you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'll be my whole life, and they'll have like 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's really it. Is there any games or anything you guys want to talk about? I don't really have too much else to talk about. We kind of touched on everything.
Yeah, I think we're good.
It was a fun week 1, man. I'm excited for week 2. I love this time of the season where everything's kind of fresh and you come up with these ideas about things and then it's like you're wrong. it's cool to be proven wrong by the.
Bro, I've been wrong like 4 times already.
Man,
like Steelers got blown out. I kind of was like Jalen Hyatt's gonna pop. He didn't even like get a catch. J.K. Dobbins, I planned my flag. He got hurt. I think I literally bet on Monday night. I bet the Jets money line and Aaron Rodgers 190 passing over. Well, I lost. So Aaron Rodgers got hurt. So yeah, it was kind of rough, but I won some bets though, man. Honestly, I think I probably invested like around $70 and I won like, I don't know, 150.
Man, just keep doubling your money, man. That's the
name pretty of the much game, doubling honestly. My money. There was the one bet I was telling Ben, we were watching the game. It was DraftKings promo. Shout out DraftKings, I guess. It was like 1 completion for Dak, and you double your money. And I was like, Ben, I feel like I should bet like 1,000 on this. I bet like 20, and I won 40 because he got a completion.
Right. Those bets are interesting. I remember there was
no rollover either. You could withdraw it right away.
Right.
It's like literally free money.
Right. But how many people just rebet it? That's where they're betting.
Yeah, that's what they want to. Yeah, but you think about that was an Aaron Rodgers bet. Everybody loses and they make tons of money. Right.
That would have been brutal. Actually, shout out, not a sponsor, but DraftKings. I had a bet with a parlay. I think I had Aaron Rodgers as part of the parlay. It was like Aaron Rodgers to throw like 200 yards or something. And they refunded a bonus bet. So I think I bet $10 and they gave me a free $10 bonus bet because of him getting hurt. I was like, that's pretty cool. That's something that they didn't have to do. Most places wanted to do. So yeah, shout out anyone that if they made an Aaron Rodgers bet, you've got a bonus bet.
Speaking of that, and then we can wrap it up here. Did you guys see what happened in Green Bay this last week?
Oh, with the bar?
There's a bar, I don't know the name of it, but they were offering, they'll pay your tab if the Jets lose. Right?
Yep.
So they were going to pay everyone's tab if the Jets lose. And Aaron Rodgers got hurt, and everybody started cheering, and they were drinking, running up the tabs. The Jets came back and won the game in overtime, and then all those people had to pay their own tabs that they ran up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know about karma or anything like that, but man, those
Dude,
people
they were
got it
literally cheering,
pretty
bro.
quick.
I saw a clip. They were like,
Yeah.
when he got hurt.
Yeah, it was in Green Bay, right? Obviously.
It was like noted like
bar.
Packer bar.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought that was funny. But yeah,
Yep.
good show, boys.
Super Bowl. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, next week 3. Obviously we'll recap week 2. I think be a fun week. I'm excited to watch, games. I love the Monday doubleheader too, and they're not super late either. I love the 7:00, 8:00 Eastern. That's really fun timing. Kind of can watch both games. So
yeah.
I'm excited though, man. Let's have another good week, okay, boys?
Hell yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week.
See you next